The breaking news is sending shockwaves across the geopolitical landscape. Senior Western officials have revealed to CNN an astounding move by the United Kingdom, providing Ukraine with a groundbreaking weapon that could potentially turn the tide in the ongoing conflict against Russian forces. Welcome to In Bello, where we bring you the most compelling stories shaping our world. In this video, we delve into the recent revelation that the United Kingdom has clandestinely equipped Ukraine with a game-changing weapon, the Storm Shadow cruise missile. Developed jointly by the UK and France, this long-range stealth missile is set to empower the Ukrainian military with an unprecedented advantage in their eagerly anticipated counteroffensive against Russian aggression. As tensions rise and the conflict escalates, the Storm Shadow's arrival has raised eyebrows and stirred controversy. Will this strategic weapon provide Ukraine with the firepower it needs to reclaim its territory, or will it trigger an even more intense showdown between the world's major powers? Senior Western officials informed CNN that the United Kingdom has given Ukraine a number of Storm Shadow cruise missiles, giving the Ukrainian military a new long-range attack capability before an eagerly expected counteroffensive against Russian forces. Ukraine has repeatedly asked the USA for long-range missiles such as the Surface-to-Surface Army Tactical Missile Systems, or ATACMS, which would enable Ukraine to reach hot logistical points and troop concentrations far beyond the front lines. The US has been reluctant to hand over such capabilities for a number of reasons, one of them being the limited numbers of the missile produced, and another the fear that the missile could be used to strike mainland Russia, which could escalate the war, according to some experts. This move by Britain could fill the gap for Ukraine, but it's not without its limitations. The UK and France jointly developed the Storm Shadow, a long-range cruise missile with stealth features that is normally launched from an aircraft. It falls just shy of the 185-mile range capability of the US-made ATACMS, which Ukraine has long requested. Its shooting range exceeds 250 kilometers or 155 miles. Importantly, the Storm Shadow has the reach to strike further into the eastern Ukraine region controlled by Russia. According to a Western diplomat who spoke to CNN, the Ukrainian government has given the UK assurances that these missiles will only be employed on Ukrainian soil and not within Russian territory. In numerous public remarks, UK officials have identified Crimea as Ukrainian sovereign territory and have labeled it as having been illegally annexed. The missile is a real game-changer from a range perspective and provides Kiev with the capacity that it has been asking for from the start of the conflict. According to CNN, Ukraine's current maximum range for weaponry supplied by the US is approximately 49 kilometers using guided munitions from high-mobility launchers, or HIMARS. The missiles are being deployed as Ukrainian forces get ready to begin a counteroffensive to reclaim territory held by the Kremlin in the eastern and southern regions of the nation. Volodymyr Zielensky confided in an interview that his nation still needs a little more time before launching the counteroffensive to allow for the arrival of more of the promised Western military assistance. Zelensky told European public service broadcasters, "With what we have, we can go forward and be successful, but a lot of people would be lost. This is inappropriate in my opinion. Therefore, we must wait. We still require a little more time. Tanks and other armored vehicles are among the equipment that Ukraine is still awaiting," according to Zelensky, who said that they were arriving in batches. It's not the first time that Britain has surpassed the US in terms of the number of weapons it's willing to provide to Ukraine. In January, it committed to provide 14 Challenger 2 tanks to Ukraine before the US said it would send M1 Abrams tanks shortly after. It was the first ally to do so. The move prompted other nations such as Germany to finally offer their Leopards 1 and 2 from their own storage, and other European nations as well. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak hinted earlier this year that his country was thinking about supplying long-range missiles. At the Munich Security Conference on February 18th, Sunak stated, "We must assist Ukraine in protecting its cities from Russian bombs and Iranian drones." As a result, the UK will be the first nation to supply Ukraine with longer-range weapons. With tens of billions of dollars worth of equipment having been provided, the beleaguered nation has repeatedly requested more to dislodge the Russian military, including longer-range missiles like the ATACMS. US officials have repeatedly emphasized that they will continue to support Ukraine for as long as it takes. Over the past year, the US has been circumspect about giving Ukraine weapons that could enable them to launch attacks inside Russian territory. In August, Colin Kahl, the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy, told reporters that according to the US assessment, Ukraine does not currently require ATACMS to serve as targets that are directly relevant to the current fight. The Storm Shadow is a deep strike weapon that can be operated day and night in all weathers, according to MBDA Missile Systems, the European company that makes the missile. It also has a sophisticated navigation system to ensure precision. After launch, the weapon descends to terrain-hugging altitude to avoid detection. To ensure a precision strike and little collateral damage, its onboard infrared seeker matches the target image with the stored picture as it approaches the target. In light of the UK's offer of Storm Shadow missiles to Ukraine, one thing stands out. The geopolitical landscape is changing, and the conflict in Eastern Europe is moving into a new stage. The use of these long-range, precise strike weapons could tip the balance in Ukraine's favor and give them a crucial advantage in their impending counteroffensive against Russian forces. However, this maneuver has effects that go far beyond the battlefield. The UK's choice to give Ukraine cutting-edge weapons sends a clear message to the rest of the world about their support for Ukraine's sovereignty and their opposition to Russia's war in Ukraine. It also raises concerns about the future of international alliances, defense plans, and the precarious power dynamics in the area. What impact do you think long-range missiles will have for Ukraine? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and ensure that you never miss an update from InBello by clicking the subscribe button and enable the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious, informed, and connected.